Our next guest redefined the action genre with John Wick. Now he's bringing his kick-butt style to Atomic Blonde. Welcome, Mr. David Leitch. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
It must be really exciting to be at Comic-Con, to bring
God,
Atomic to the people.
Before.
They keep going over and over. It's right there.
Yeah.
Why was it important for you to come with Atomic Blonde to Comic-Con?
I mean, look, genre fans have been a supporter of our work for a long time. Chad, who co-directed John Wick with me, the fans, these are our fans, and so Atomic Blonde has the same sensibility, and there's sort of that John Wick DNA in there that I think that these will respond to. So we needed to get the message out to these fans.
And you actually are going to be screening the movie here
as well. Yeah, we're screening it here tonight.
This is like the perfect audience. Have fans started to see it yet? Have you done any test screenings?
Yeah, we went to South by Southwest, and we had a really good screening. They had the Berlin premiere last week, so the European distributors have seen it, and people are really positive and they're responding and the energy's up, and I think this is a perfect crowd for it. There's a lot of music and a lot of action.
There is a lot of music. Those guys in kilts have been walking by this whole weekend. I don't know how they're doing it.
Right.
Now, one of the things I really love about Atomic Blonde is it's not based on anything. It's an original story. But I'm curious, do you view Lorraine sort of as a superhero?
I think she's a superhero. I mean, and you didn't define superhero in a lot of different ways.
Right.
And yeah, I think she is. I mean, she's definitely represents a wish fulfillment as a character, and that we all want to be that powerful, and we all want to be able to get ourselves out of these situations with our physical and mental wiles. And so yeah, that's what a superhero is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspired you to make this movie? Why was it a story you wanted to tell?
Outside of getting the script from my wife, Kelly McCormick, who's a producer on it, there was I really wanted to make the 80s come to life. And, for me, being a child of the 80s, I think there's so much cool stuff in the 80s. And then, letting it reach another generation, aggregating 80s cool. I kept saying, we got to find all the cool stuff and distill it into this movie. And I think there's a lot of 80s cool in Atomic Blonde.
Now, there was a really cool moment on Twitter where your Deadpool 2 star, Ryan Reynolds, congratulated Wonder Woman for passing Deadpool at the box office.
It was so nice.
What is your hope for the future of these female-led action movies? Because Atomic Blonde is right up there with Wonder Woman as a kickbutt heroine this year.
Yeah. I hope that Hollywood continues to make them. And it is sort of it's show business, right? So if the movies make money, we'll make more of them. Wonder Woman is a great precedent now, and hopefully Atomic Blonde can pave the way for, even more, a little bit deeper genre stuff for women. And but I'm all for it. I mean, I think that there's so many actresses out there that would love to come and play in sort of the action space, and it would be great to see them do work there.
Now, John Wick, when it came out, we were all obsessed with it, and it's such a fun movie, and I'm curious, I'm looking at Atomic Blonde, and I'm like, this totally makes sense as a spiritual successor for you, for where you go next. What did you learn on John Wick that you brought with you to Atomic Blonde?
I mean, as a director, I think I learned on John Wick, because you were limited. Both these movies were done independently, so you're limited on your resources and you're limited on your days, and you really just have to gird yourself and shoot good material. Don't rush. Shoot good material, get good performances, and the movie can come together in post. If you rush and you're obsessed with getting more coverage and not waiting for quality, then it feels like a lot of other films. But when you stick to your guns and stick to your point of view and just get good stuff, you can make it in editorial.
Well, that makes me really excited because you've been busy shooting Deadpool 2 right now as well. What are some of the lessons that you took from Atomic Blonde that you brought to Deadpool 2 then? But it seems like that's a really valuable lesson, though you do probably have a lot more resources.
You do. We do and we don't. It's all the thing with Deadpool is it's a sequel and there's big expectations. So there's an appetite for more, but again, it's show business, so we have to make it for a price. And so you're always, as a filmmaker, putting it in a box, and it's just a different type of box. Yeah. So we have our constraints on Deadpool, but out of those constraints come creativity. And with a guy like Ryan and Rhett and Paul and Simon Kinberg, the producers, that sort of box, really sort of generates the creativity. And they like it, especially in the Deadpool universe. there's something about it that you needed a little bit of like punk rock, you know.
Now, one of your stars is actually here today at Comic-Con as well. Josh Brolin is going to make a big splash in Hall H about, you know, a little movie called Avengers Infinity War. I'm curious though, why was he the right choice for Cable?
I mean, why isn't he the right choice for Cable?
I saw his arms at D23. He is working out for you.
He, you know, when he graciously agreed to do the role, you know, Ryan and I were through the roof. Like, you know, we love him. He's such a great actor. He brings a humanity to Cable, but he also has the sort of depth of acting chops to hang with the comedy when needed. And look, he's bringing that character to life in the short 12 days we've been shooting. And I couldn't be happier. And their chemistry is amazing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is his chemistry with Ryan like?
It's great. Like, people are going to die to see them on screen together, and they're going to love it.
After the first movie, do you guys get to play around a bit more in the X-Men universe? I believe we're going back to the X-Mansion. Do you get to like lean in even more to that joke since it was received so well?
Yes, we get to. I mean, look, that's what's fun about Deadpool is that you get to really, you got to be true to the universe, but you also get to wink at the universe. And so we're going to be doing a lot of more of what they did in the original. You know?
I love that, you know, you got the chance to do this movie, but I'm curious, and I know you're only like 13 days into shooting, so you're like, I don't want to think about what comes next. But do you want to go back and do more films like Atomic Blonde and John Wick and more original projects looking forward? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean, look, I love that I have the opportunity as a filmmaker to sort of spread my wings and do, you know, sort of this action comedy and then do like a darker drama and like some world building and some character. And that's also, I'm grateful that I've been allowed to do that. So I don't know where it's going to lead next. The action musical, I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, oh my God. Well, your choreography and your stunts is amazing. Please don't be joking about action musical.
No.
Because that would be incredible. I'm like thinking about a choreographed stunt sequence set to music, like beyond what you already have. I'm creating this pitch for you. No, I mean, your work in stunts is amazing, and how you brought it to the big screen. We haven't seen really anything as, you know, amazing as John Wick and Atomic Blonde from what we've seen as well in that space. So very much looking forward to Atomic Blonde's release.
Can't wait for you to see it.
I can't either, and Deadpool 2 as well. You're a busy man. So David, thank you so much for coming by IGN Live at Comic-Con. We got so much more excitement coming up next.
So stay tuned
and see Atomic Blonde.